This guy used a goat in his celebration.
What is he doing?
And he got straight up banned from
Whoa. We do not do that sign. Just in case you don't know, don't ever do that sign. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Richie the Creator, and today we are going to be reacting to some football celebrations that have been banned in football. Let's go.
These are the celebrations that got banned from football.
All right,
this guy is Giorgos Katidis, and he got banned from playing football because of this celebration. I don't even need to tell you, it looks a lot like the controversy.
If you know Hitler, the person who caused the Second World War, this was their signature. You can't come and say you didn't know. Nah, ignorance doesn't play. Who doesn't know about Second World War? Who the Nazis were? Come on, don't do that.
Salute. The Greek Football Federation banned him from their leagues, but he can still play for teams in other countries.
All right, fair enough.
Vinicius Jr. got a whole team banned. When he was playing in Brazil, he did a very...
You mean one player's mistake cost the whole team?
...offensive celebration to the rival team's fans. In an interview, the Botafogo players were shown crying while complaining about the referees. And from then on, several Flamengo players...
Look, I know football is a very competitive game, and I understand sometimes these players try to use these tactics to taunt their opponents, to make them feel down, hence taking advantage of that. This is very sensitive. Why?
...celebrated goals against that team by making that gesture. But after Vini did the celebration, Botafogo never allowed Flamengo to play in their stadium again. A Liverpool legend got a suspension because of this celebration. Robbie Fowler pretended to
What the hell are these people on? What kind of celebration is this? Yo! Bro definitely does drugs. Like, he does drugs.
Sniff something, if you catch my drift. And that earned him a 4-game suspension and a hefty fine.
Fair enough.
This striker assaulted an animal during his celebration. His name is Anthony Uja, and he played for FC Köln, which has a goat as their mascot.
Oh, God. Yo, sometimes I do not really understand the reason behind some people's actions. Was it to taunt them so you couldn't find any other way to taunt the other team but then to use their mascots? Something that represents their club. Yo, come on.
The problem is, after scoring a goal, the striker went over to the mascot and pulled the animal by its horns. He got red-carded for that. After the match, he personally apologized to the mascot. This fan got a little too carried away. While celebrating her team's goal, she accidentally took her shirt off. A fan can get away with it, but this player didn't. Since the game had already ended, she didn't receive a yellow card, but she didn't escape the consequences either. She went over to the fans and swapped her shirt with a supporter.
I mean, equal rights? Yeah.
Neymar got sent off because of his face. In a match between Santos and Colo-Colo, he scored a fantastic goal and put on a mask of his own face in the celebration, and he was shown a red card for that.
Brother,
this player nearly went naked to celebrate a goal. The striker Vucinic scored a goal for his national team and simply took off his shorts and put them on his head.
What is wrong with some people though? At least take off your shirt. Your junk is just out there. And imagine you have kids and then imagine the bullying that they're going to go through in school just because their daddy's junk was out there.
He only received a yellow card for it.
Nah, I feel like bro should be sent off for 5 matches straight. Imagine a woman did this.
Years later, he repeated the celebration while playing for
Hell no, bro. I think this guy should be a stripper or something. Nah. Because look how his junk is out and then he's swinging his knicker. He should be in a strip club.
Juventus. A similar thing happened with this Danish striker. He scored both goals for his national team to stage a comeback, and in his celebration, he revealed his underwear. Since that was clearly inappropriate, the referee gave him a yellow card. To make matters worse, he displayed a brand that wasn't a sponsor of the Danish national.
Yeah. I heard about that. You're not supposed to display brands. Brands sponsor the sport. So if you're gonna just do a free ad for a brand that is not a sponsor of the sport, then I think it's fair enough that you face the consequences.
Team, and as a result, he was fined over $100,000.
Yo! The hell? You mean 100 grand for just raising his shirt up and exposing a brand on his boxes? Yo, I'm in support of this, but I think like 100K, yo.
Cristiano Ronaldo also got in trouble with this. No, he didn't remove his shorts, but he did take off his shirt, and it caused a huge problem. Taking off your shirt in football can result in a yellow card.
Yeah.
And do you know why? It all began with this celebration by Diego Forlan. The Uruguayan scored a goal and took off his shirt to celebrate. The issue was that the referee had restarted the game, and the guy hadn't put his shirt back on yet.
I think it might be.
Oh, okay. So this is where all this started from. Wow, that's interesting. I mean, it makes sense.
Forlan's back there helping out. Now Now he's being told to put it.
But he continued playing that way. Additionally, clubs were worried that players might remove their shirts right after scoring a goal to reveal a shirt from a different sponsor. FIFA decided to create the rule that taking off the shirt gets you a yellow card. Someone who got caught up in this was Mourinho. He got 2 yellow cards for celebrating a goal by removing his shirt, and he only found out about it in a news report. You know what happened next, right? It turned into a meme.
Postou, você tirou a camisa, tá fora do próximo jogo, mano. Tô? Ah.
But the most famous celebration of this kind happened with Mario Balotelli. After scoring a goal for
What kind of... I'm not even good at football, but I can tell you that is ass!
Manchester City, he lifted his shirt, revealing another one underneath with the phrase, "Why always me?" as a way to protest against all the pressure he received from the media and fans. The phrase quickly went viral worldwide. Speaking of Cristiano Ronaldo, this other celebration was the bitterest revenge he ever experienced. In the Champions League quarterfinals, Juventus faced Atletico Madrid, and Diego Simeone did this celebration to taunt the rival fans.
Come on, bro. What are we doing here? I know football, like the energy, the adrenaline pump is on right now, but like, calm down, bro. What is that? Calm down.
In the return match, Ronaldo scored 3 goals for a comeback
Let me
and literally
guess. He
mimicked
did the
that
same
celebration
thing.
to get back at them, resulting in a $23,000
Damn.
fine. A curious case happened with a player named Samuel Incoom, who was sent off during a substitution.
That's
He
my
was being
Ghanaian, though.
substituted
He's
and, as
Ghanaian.
he left the field, took off his shirt. The referee had no doubt and gave him a yellow card, and since he had already received one during the match, he was sent off.
Bro, so confused.
Check out what Gareth Bale did. In a match against Atletico Madrid, he did this celebration, essentially telling the rival fans to measure their, well, you know what? He ended up with a 12-game suspension.
That's wild, dude. That's wild.
Adebayor got banned for doing this.
No, my God.
It was one of the biggest injustices in football. He had left Arsenal to play for Manchester City, and the fans of his former team taunted him throughout the entire game.
Sometimes you watch these games and then you're like, who lets these fans, like, are people so passionate about football that they can do the extreme? Football fans can be crazy sometimes.
So when he scored a goal, he ran the entire length of the field to retaliate, resulting in an unfair punishment of a 2-game ban and a £25,000.
What? You mean he rather was fined and banned for trying to protest against the injustice that the fans were? Oh no, man.
Fine. But another striker went even further. Anelka got fired from his club because of this celebration. Although it may not seem like a big deal, it's another salute from that controversial German government.
Yo, this is another thing we do not do. The first one and then this. Very, very offensive.
The striker received a 5-game ban and a fine of £80,000. The worst part is that he was let go from the club he played for. This player taunted a coach with this gesture. In a previous match, the opposing team's coach
what are you
headbutted
doing?
him
Throwing
after his
hands on the
team
coach?
lost
What the-
3-1.
What is wrong with my... Bro, chill.
The coach was sent off and suspended for 7 games, but the worst came in the next game. The striker who was assaulted celebrated a goal by headbutting the corner flag just to provoke. In the MLS, a player did this celebration simulating an act. Well, you know, and
What are you doing, bro?
he ended up with a yellow card.
Look, I think bro should have been banned. Bro should have been banned for about 10 games. Like, bro, what the hell? Are you here to play football or to remember some things you did last night? Chill, bro. We did not need to know that. Just play football.
Not long after, an NFL player decided to imitate the celebration and was fined $6,000.
Serves him right.
This player stole the referee's spray to celebrate. Teo Gutierrez took the spray and tried to draw something
he
on the
was
ground,
allowed to?
which didn't work out well and
Okay.
got him a yellow card.
I mean,
This player was only
funny,
discovered
bro.
months later. He played for a team competing in the Asian Champions League.
God. Look, I've not seen what's coming, but I know what's coming. Bro, like, some people really be acting, I don't know if it's out of ignorance or out of sheer unreasoning. This is highly offensive. What are you doing?
Always celebrated his goals in this championship by making a kind of mask. It was only after several games that the fans realized he was mocking Asians with slanted eyes.
Come on, man.
He was banned
That's
from
so
football for
insensitive.
6 months. Eto'o's celebration is legendary. Jose Mourinho had made fun of him, saying he was too old to play football. So after Eto'o scored a goal, he did this. This player is the most controversial in history. In this celebration, he showed a shirt with the face of a local beloved political leader. Fans loved it, but the Italian Federation didn't.
Sometimes I feel like players should kind of like keep politics out of football. I feel like players should not really be involving themselves. I'm not saying players should not be involving themselves in politics. I mean, you have the right to do politics, but in the game, it should just be all about the game.
And they banned him from playing for the Italian national team. Sometime later, he did this while celebrating a goal.
Whoa!
Bizarre, right? Check out what Carlos Tevez did. After scoring a goal, he celebrated by imitating a chicken, which is how Boca Juniors fans, his former club, refer to River Plate fans, their biggest rivals.
Man.
He ended up with a red card for that.
Yeah, bro. Serves him right.
And the goal of Carlos Tevez.
I mean, Tevez was a legend.
Now,
Like,
once again,
that guy was a
9
legend.
players on
This
the
player here, I don't even need to explain why he got sent off, right? Shaqiri made this celebration at a World Cup, which is a sign of another country, Albania. And it caused a huge controversy. He was born in Albania but had to move to Switzerland due to political problems. And the celebration was a protest against injustices his country
Yo, let's just keep politics out of football. I don't see why. It's just gonna create more tension. Football is the only thing that is uniting us.
faced. Diego Ribas did something unacceptable. At the start of his career, he scored a goal and celebrated on top of Sao Paulo's crest, one of Santos's biggest rivals. The celebration almost turned into a fight between the players.
Bro, what were you thinking? You score a goal, you go to the rival fans, and you are... No, at this point, maybe you don't value your life. Because if you know how crazy football fans can be, someone can actually hurt you.
But in another game, he got a taste of his own medicine. Sao Paulo won the match, and one of the goals was celebrated like this. Luis Suarez did this to get back at the opposing team's coach said he liked to dive to win free kicks. And in his celebration, he went over and dived in front of the reserve bench.
Suarez is one funny guy.
These Aubameyang celebrations are prohibited. No player can wear masks. But that didn't stop Alba from dressing up as Batman or even Black Panther to celebrate his goals. The best confronts of referees and players appear on the screen.
Whoa, what is happening?